1939. Life in America was about to change in ways that people could never imagine. Young men would soon be off fighting in the war to end all wars, while young women would be stepping out of their traditional marriage and motherhood roles to become the moving force in our nation. Yet for Fran Schrett, a young girl growing up in the small town of Webster, New York, the life changes she experienced relative to World War II revolved around the most constant element in her life, music.
I threw myself into music. I loved music. I embraced it. I took it to myself.
Fran grew up playing musical instruments. First the piano, then a penny whistle won at a fair. Eventually her musical talent extended to the clarinet, the saxophone, and the flute.
The brother-in-law of my other sister, Edie, played sax in a jazz band. And he came out from Rochester to Webster to teach me, and he taught me for $1 a lesson. I think that's where I learned my tone.
Fran was passionate about the music that fulfilled her life, and in 1939, that passion earned her a one-way ticket to New York City as a member of Phil Spitalny's all-girl band.
We used to rehearse in the Park Lane Hotel. That's where Spitalny lived. And when he was just getting, he'd say, "God damn it, there's not one goddamn musician in this whole outfit."
Oh.
Lovely guy.
From 1940 to 1942, the band broadcast their concerts on national radio every Sunday on the GE Hour of Charm. In between shows, bandleader Spitalny would shuttle his all-girl band to theaters around the United States, where they would entertain audiences between feature movies. It was a lifestyle that suited Fran Schrett down to the very fiber of her musical being. Eventually, Fran moved on to the De Artega's all-girl band. They toured Europe and the Far East in USO performances for the boys over there. Her eyes still light up as she recalls memories of the ocean voyages that delivered them to the war zones and traipsing around military encampments with adoring GIs following in their wake.
All of us had so many dates that after a couple of weeks, we got ourselves assembled into a room by ourselves, and we don't care if we have another date. Everybody was after us, clamoring for us, you know.
Upon her return to the United States, Fran played in a trio that toured the northeastern United States and Alaska. But her roots ultimately brought her back to Buffalo, where she continued her prolific musical career as the organizer and director of an adult choir called the Suburban Serenaders. Fran also became involved with the Colored Musicians Club in downtown Buffalo, over the years playing with 6 of the club's various big bands. And not surprisingly, Fran joined the Western New York Ladies' First Big Band, led by local musician Jennifer May, where she added her special alto sax tone to their all-girl style.
She had a beautiful sound. She had that old-fashioned sound like from the 30s and 40s with the vibrato and everything, so she really stood out in the band.
Today, despite her age of 88 and her physical frailties, Fran Schrett still displays an unquenchable passion for music. And when she talks about her life and her music, there is still that spark of a little girl who drove the neighborhood crazy practicing her penny whistle to songs on the radio, and for whom music was not only her talent, but her true being.